Hi, Angeli. Hi, Amy. Yeah, Angeli, I'll add you. Hey, Lydia. All right. All right, you guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. You're ready for another week. Hey, Amanda. I'm great. I hope you are. All right. I'll go ahead and start writing down the list and we will see how things go. All right. We've got Lydia, Amy, Angeli. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the daily general reading, and then we'll jump into the reading requests. All right, here we go. All right. Okay. Okay. So there's some stuff that is currently being hidden. So if there's some feelings of indecision, unsurety, um, not knowing what direction that you need to go, part of that is coming from you don't have all the information yet. So there's information that is going to show up, but it's not going to show up until the right time and place. Okay? So in the meantime, we're asked to work on our mindset and make sure, that we're really paying attention to our thoughts, our self-talk, and our beliefs. Okay? And getting the mind, in a really good positive place where you feel like your mind doesn't control you, you control your mind, right? So it's all about staying positive, having positive self-talk, positive affirmations, and not getting stuck into that trap of only seeing the bad, only seeing the negative, constantly running, the worst case scenarios and all that stuff. Okay. So we're all being asked to just pay attention and get your mindset right. Okay. Because the information will come when it's supposed to. But if you go ahead and have your mindset ready and you stay dedicated to keeping your mindset positive, any information that comes your way, you'll be equipped to handle. Okay. So when things happen that maybe are upsetting or you don't understand why things are happening, that kind of thing, when you have the daily practice of keeping your mindset right, you handle all those situations a whole lot better with a lot more calm, peace, and without all the fear, stress, worry, anxiety. Okay, because all that starts in the mind unless it's showing up to present you with an opportunity to heal something. But a lot of times it's just that we don't have full control over our thoughts and our mind. So it's really paying attention to your reaction to things. Do you have a tendency to spiral and freak out instead of just staying calm, cool, and collected and trying to look at whatever happens as rationally and as magically as possible, right? So start working on the mindset so that when the information starts coming in and coming through, you're better able to digest it, to use it, and to figure out how to either see the lesson that it holds or how it can benefit you or the opportunity that it presents itself, okay? And as far as getting clear on any kind of indecision, you always, always, always have to go back to what is it that you want? What do you really want and desire? And tapping into those feelings. And again, not shoulding on yourself. Well, I should do this and I should do that. No, when you are using should terminology with yourself, you're messing up. Okay. You have to go into what feels right. What do you want? What's going to get you closer to what you desire and what you truly want. And it's loving yourself enough to not should on yourself. Okay. Because a lot of times when we're using the terminology of should I do this or I should do that, those types of things, it really comes from guilt, trying to avoid areas of guilt or shame or disappointing other people. All of the shoulds, if you pause and really look at things, all of the shoulds, well, maybe not all of them, but a large majority of any kind of should thoughts that you have as, I should do this, I should do that. All of those, the majority of those come from being concerned about outside people. Okay. It's always a concern of how is this going to affect other people? And why, yes, it's good to take it into consideration, right? Because nobody wants to intentionally upset people, cause conflict or disappointment, hurt feelings. But ultimately, you have to do what is best for you, right? So it's okay to consider all things, but don't take action based on somebody else's energy, somebody else's expectations, somebody else's wants and desires. It's got to be about you. Okay. And that helps when you stay focused on you, because all you can do is change you, fix you, make decisions for you. You cannot fix or help other people, especially if they're not in the mindset of wanting to help themselves, right? You can't shift somebody's mindset to make them want to improve, themselves or their situation or their life or anything like that. So it's all about the mindset, and it's all about being true to yourself and letting go of anything that you're holding on to that's holding you back or keeping you in a state of indecision because you're worried about other people. Okay. And when you start living in this space where your mindset is strong, positive, you're not thrown off kilter by all these different things that come out your way, you know how to handle them with a positive, magical mindset. And when you start living true to you, making decisions for you, then slowly what begins to happen is these people who feel like you're not putting them first anymore, which you never should have been. You should have always been putting yourself first. But the people who feel like you're not putting them first anymore, they'll start to weed themselves out. They'll start to distance themselves from you. And your true friends who love and care about you and want to support you in being the best you and choosing you and putting you first, those people will start to show up. And those people will become a stronger support system for you. So it becomes this whole process, and it does take time, but it becomes this process of being able to release people who are putting all these expectations on you. They start to leave and get released. And the real, true people who are being true to themselves as you are being true to you, they start to show up and help strengthen and build you up, and you build each other up. Okay. So it starts with the mindset. It starts with being authentic. And then you'll see the support start to show up, and the people that aren't supposed to be there, that are keeping you held back, move out. So that way you can fully step into who you are, what you're meant to do, and step fully into your light and your purpose. Okay? And so going through all this, which is a process and it does take time, but stay dedicated. Stay dedicated to the process and working on that mindset and choosing you and putting you first, okay? Because that's going to be the thing that break all the cycles. So when you choose to start putting you first and staying positive, you start to break all those cycles of self-sabotage, overwhelm, depleting yourself by giving too much of yourself away to other people and not being filled in return. All those patterns, all those cycles end. They get put to rest because you'll start to see them for what they really are. And then you can recognize and realize I'm in a different place. I no longer need to repeat these cycles. Okay. And that's where the big change comes in. That's where the transformation happens. It happens slowly over time by choosing you and by choosing to keep that mindset strong. Okay. And that's where the big transformation comes. And so it could be a week, it could be a few months, it could be a year. At some point, you'll look back and see you're not the person you used to be anymore. You are actually living and being your highest best self, which is what we all are here to do, is to be who we are and live our purpose, fulfill our purpose, and be our highest and best selves. And so that transformation will start to happen when, again, it starts with that mindset and choosing what feels right for you and what is best for you. Always give yourself permission to put you first. And if you need somebody to give you permission to put yourself first, I right here, right now, give you that permission to choose you, to put you first. Okay? Because that is going to be the thing. Hi, Liz. That, really brings about the big transformation. Okay? So hopefully that made some sense and is helpful to everybody. Hey, Jenna. Yeah, I'll write you down. Hi, Debbie. Debbie, are you wanting reading? Are you new? Oh, you're so welcome, Amanda. You're very, very welcome. I'm glad that has been helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna just put Debbie over here on the side in case Debbie wants one and is new. And Jenna, I've got you on the list, okay? And Alicia, I'll write you down and I'll see how far I get, okay? Okay, Debbie. Debbie, are you new? Is this your first reading? Okay. All right. Well, Debbie, since you're new, that puts you at the top of the list. That's why I wanted to be sure you were requesting a reading and you were new. So, Debbie, you're going to be up first. And then unless we have any other new people show up, it will be Lydia, Amy, Angelique, Jenna, and Alicia. And we'll just have to see how far I get, okay? I always try to do my best to get everyone in, but I am on a time limit. So I will really try. Is it Amador? Is that how you say that, Alicia? Yeah, if he's never had one, I'll write him down and he'll be after Debbie. I apologize if I'm not saying that name right. Amador. Okay. All right. So he'll be up next after Debbie, okay? All right, Debbie, here we go. Here's your reading. All right. Okay, Debbie, it's time to get a little more balanced. Okay. So there's a good amount of harmony, peace, and joy present. So if you're not currently feeling that, that's where you're supposed to be. Because there's a lot of love, joy, peace, harmony here for you. All right. And that comes from being balanced and staying balanced. Hopefully, you guys can see these okay. But it's the balance that creates that. Okay. So if you're not currently in that peace and harmony and balance, they're asking you to please start making that a priority. Okay. So that's looking at all the areas of your life and making sure everything is getting enough time and attention, including yourself. Okay. So make sure that you're balancing, work and play and downtime and spiritual time and, leaving that space for everything to be equally balanced. And it's really about looking at all the areas of your life, right? And making sure everything is getting the right amount of attention, that you're not neglecting any areas of your life, including yourself. Okay, make sure you're making yourself a priority as well. Hey, Dina. Dina, I'm not sure that I'm going to get that far today, but I will write you down, okay? I just want to go ahead and let you know it might not happen, okay? So, Debbie, it looks like there's some chaos energy. So if there's not chaos energy currently present, it might be coming soon, which is why getting prepped and creating that space of harmony, peace, and balance, and creating where you're giving your time and attention equally where it needs to be, and you're not neglecting any parts, that's going to help offset the chaos energy. So there might be some swirly, crazy, chaotic energy and events, or an event. It could be a single event, not multiple, but it'll just feel really crazy, really hectic. I don't see anything bad. Okay. So it's not like it's extreme, but there will start to be a pinch and a pull and some just everything feeling a little bit like it got turned on upside down. Okay. But if you'll go ahead and get in alignment with that balance, peace, and harmony, then when this chaos energy starts to present itself, and sometimes this shows up as people bringing you their problems. Okay, so like it's not really your problem, but yet you're getting sucked into it and you're investing the energy into it, right? So sometimes it looks like that. But when you're in your place where you're balanced and you're good, then when this stuff starts to show up, you're much better equipped to use your own magic, your intuition, your internal warning system, and your energy to be able to say, I don't want to invest in that chaos energy. Or maybe you do, right? That choice is completely up to you. Maybe your magic and using your energy can help. But maybe the better thing to do is to step back and out of it and not get wrapped up in it. Okay. Now, the goddess is here. And I don't know if you are, Debbie, if you're familiar with working with the goddess, or if that's something, that is a new to you, or, jives with you or not. But if working with the goddess doesn't feel right for you, that's okay. Just work with divine energy, source energy, whatever your personal belief system is spiritually. It's okay to work with that. But the goddess is here and she is making herself known that she wants to help you. She wants to work with you. She's trying to communicate with you to help guide you. Okay. And you can also communicate with her. So, Debbie, if working with the goddess is kind of a new concept for you, on the website, thewitchsource.com, if you go to the menu header, you'll see podcasts. So if you click on that, it'll take you to the page and you'll find the podcast and there'll be a list. Okay. And on that list, there's one that says Working with the Goddess. Okay. And you can listen to that and get a little bit of more of a feel about how to work with the goddess if that's something that is interesting to you or you feel drawn to look into. Okay. But she is here. She is helping you and she is working with you. Okay. Pay attention to your mind because it's like your mind is going to be your downfall and you need to have a shift in perception. Okay. And when I say, I probably shouldn't have said it that way. Not that your mind is going to be your downfall, but your mind is going to be the thing that breaks things down for you. Like, so if your mindset isn't strong, if your mindset isn't positive, if you're not in control of your mind, okay, because everything starts in the mind, right? So if your mind takes you to places you don't want to go, such as memories of the past, okay, and then you become emotional. So not only then is your mind affected, then your emotions are affected, and then you start to have a physical response in your body, okay, with the anxiety or the fear, or that sinking in the pit of your stomach and feeling, just feeling like you're back in the situation. But all of it started because you let your mind take you down that path. Okay. So it's the goddess is asking you to stop. Don't let your mind run all over you. Don't let your mind break you down mentally and emotionally because it also leads to a physical breakdown. Okay. So the goddess is asking you to work with her, talk to her, listen to her when she speaks to you through your intuition, okay? And that will help clear up the mindset. But when you recognize that your mind is trying to take you to places that are going to make you feel like you're falling apart all over again, you've got to start turning it off, okay? You've got to start shutting that off because it's really detrimental to you and it's all in your own head. Okay, so you're being asked to be very honest with yourself about when you do that. And it's really hard sometimes for people to be really honest with themselves and to say, you know what? I'm not a victim to circumstance. I'm not a victim to other people. I'm not a victim to my past. I'm a victim to my own mind, which I don't have control over. Okay, that can be very hard for people. But you're being asked to open up and just look at that as a possibility of where that's coming from so that once you claim it and you're honest with yourself, then you can really start to shift it, right? Then you can start to claim your power and start to do the work that needs to be done so that you can regain control of your mind. Okay? But it first starts with being honest with yourself and where you're at right now. And where your mind is at right now. Okay? So once you can start to zoom in on getting balanced and really paying attention and focusing, not engaging in the chaos energy and working with the goddess and being very honest with yourself about what your mind is doing, where your thoughts are going. And once you start to clear that up and you start to take charge, then you return to yourself. Then you return to your true self. Okay? That's where you reclaim your power. Okay? And you get back to the real you. The real you that had that childlike wonder and play and is pure and whole because you are a part of the divine, right? So then you'll be able to get back to who you are. Okay? Oh my goodness. I did not see. Please ignore the scammer spammer people, okay? Don't engage. Don't engage. Okay? Okay, Debbie. So I hope that was helpful to you. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you have any questions and you don't want to ask them here on the live, you can always send me a message through the Facebook page there on the Witch Source. And please be sure to like and follow as well. We're also on Instagram and YouTube, and we really appreciate it if you could follow us and subscribe on those places as well. That really helps us out a lot. But let me know if you have a question regarding your reading that maybe you don't want to ask here, Debbie, and I'd be glad to talk to you about your reading, okay? But I really hope that gave you some kind of insight and a place in which to start. Just make sure you're keeping yourself balanced and making that time for you, and choose to be conscious of when, this chaos energy that isn't yours is being brought to you. So you're not taking on other people's stuff that you don't need to take on, and it's knocking you off balance. Okay? And yeah, hopefully you can start working with the goddess or the divine source, and communicating with them, and they will help you in this process of getting your mindset right so that you can get back to who you really are. Okay? Because who you really are deserves all this joy, peace, balance, and harmony. That's your home base. That's where you should be the majority of the time. Okay? All right, Debbie. That was your reading, and I do hope it was helpful to you. All right. All right. Amador is up next. So I'm going to get a few clearing shuffles in, and we'll do his reading. And then we will get back on the list unless we have any other new people show up. Oh, wonderful, Debbie. Wonderful. Yeah. Start working with the goddess. She is just simply amazing to work with. I love working with the goddess. I really do. A lot of really cool and magical things have happened for me and opened up for me ever since I started working with her. It's been very rewarding. You're very, very welcome. You're so welcome, Debbie. All right. Thank you for being here. And if you could, Debbie, if you enjoyed your reading, if you could leave us a review recommendation on our Facebook page and also on Google, that would be fabulous. We'd really appreciate that. All right. Amandor, I really hope I'm saying that right. Your reading is up next. So here we go. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, Alicia, this is Amador's reading. Okay. There's got to be time to take care of yourself. Okay. So you have to, and this is not optional, you have to take care of yourself. Okay. It's my personal opinion, which doesn't necessarily need to be everybody else's, but my personal opinion is that everything does happen for a reason. And I know you mentioned he had the eye injury, and I think that was to get his attention because he needs to slow down. You need to slow down and spend more time taking care of yourself. Okay? You need to start taking care of your body. Okay? And your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, but most importantly, your physical body right now is suffering. And if you could have slowed down ahead of time, it's like I feel like this could have been prevented if you were giving yourself more self-love and care. But something had to happen to get your attention, to make you pause, to make you stop, to make you slow down. Okay? But you've got to go inward and start focusing on you, loving yourself, and really giving yourself that time to take care of yourself and also allow for healing. Okay? So use this time as an opportunity to really do what you need to do for you. Okay? And when you do that, when you start to love yourself and give yourself that downtime that is absolutely needed, then you'll start to move into a brighter place. Okay. So this card tells me that the lack of self-love and care has allowed a darkness to creep in and take hold. Okay. But when you've now been forced to pause, okay, and I feel like there's some sadness around this, some depression, which of course nobody likes to be hurt or injured. I completely understand it, but don't let the sadness take hold. Okay, don't let the depression take hold, because all that will do is further cause problems. You have to let yourself heal, and you have to start right here, right now, taking better care of yourself. And this is for the rest of your life. This is not a one and done. Okay. It's not about, oh, I'm going to give myself time to recuperate and then I'm going to go right back to the way I was. No. You're being given an opportunity to pause and learn about how to take care of yourself, how to nurture yourself, how to love yourself, and how to listen to your body and give your body the rest that it needs. Okay. I'm also getting proper nutrition is important. Okay, so start paying attention to your nutrition as well. But your body needs time to rest and recuperate, and that is ongoing. So it's not just about healing now, it's about healing and making these changes now that you will stay with you, that you will continue for the rest of your life. And that has to happen. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So there is, do not push yourself. Do not get mad at yourself. Do not beat yourself up for feeling like you can't do what you are supposed to be doing or that you feel like you need to be doing. Okay. As a provider, as a man, do not beat yourself up for the fact that you have to pause and take care of you. Okay. Because that's going to cause more sadness and depression. So do not go there in your mind. Allow yourself and give yourself the permission to heal fully, and make these positive changes to give your body adequate rest and nutrition so that you can heal now and then continue it for the rest of your life. Okay. And that will help you stay strong and healthy. All right. But that has got to be a priority without getting into your head about the fact that you need to stop and rest. Okay. So do not beat yourself up for having to take a pause and recuperate and rest. Okay. So that has to happen. Now, moving forward, you will heal. The healing is here. Things will get better. You're going to heal and you're going to be okay. All right. So don't worry about that. The healing will happen, but you have got to give yourself the permission and the time to heal. Okay. You cannot rush healing. You cannot rush healing. Do not do anything that is going to delay your healing process. So you may feel like, I got to get back to work, or I got to get back to doing the things I got to do. I got to get back to, my responsibilities around the home and my responsibilities at work. And If you rush it by thinking that way, you're going to create more sadness and depression, and you're going to delay the healing. Okay? So give yourself the time to rest and fully heal. Now, there's something that needs to come back to you. You need to come back to you. You need to go back to the you before you let life kind of run all over you. Where you need to get back to a little bit more fun and joy and play and whatever motivates you, whatever inspires you, whatever you're passionate about. You need to get back to that. You need to let it come back in, okay? Because it feels like you're running yourself ragged with too much responsibility. And it's being detrimental to you, and it's being detrimental to your health, and you couldn't see that. And so the universe had to make you take a pause. Okay? So this happened for a reason, so that you can stop, let yourself heal, make better choices now and in the future for yourself and your physical body, and start letting go of some of these responsibilities that you're taking on that are not really your responsibility. You've got too much crap piled up on top of you. You've got to start letting some of that stuff go. And you have to get back to what you really love to do, what really inspires you, what makes you happy. Okay? And you know what I'm talking about. I'm getting that you understand all of this and you know what I'm talking about. And start paying attention to your intuition. A lot of men doubt their intuition, or they don't call it intuition, or they don't understand that it's intuition. But you have divine knowing that drops in and guides you. You ignore it. And you've got to start listening to that intuition. You know, let's say an example, okay? Because I know you do this to yourself, and you know you do it to yourself. You get home from a long, hard day of work, and you're tired, you're aching, you need to rest. You need to eat a good meal and just rest. But your mind says, my responsibility right now is to go outside and mow the yard. So I'm going to go mow the yard. But your intuition is saying, no, that's not good for you right now. You need to rest. You need to get proper nutrition and hydration, and you need to just rest. It can wait. It will be there tomorrow. But you ignore the intuition and you go do what you feel like you need to do because you're letting the responsibility take over. So don't do that to yourself anymore. You got to start paying attention to that intuition. And you know when you're doing it. You know when you're pushing yourself too hard, and your body and your mind and your intuition is telling you to slow down, and you won't slow down. So you've got to start listening. Okay? That's where the healing happens. That's where going forward you have better health and you can stay healthy. Okay? Get more into the passion. Give yourself permission to heal. Give yourself the time to heal, and then start listening to that intuition and stop taking on too much responsibility. Okay? Exactly. Okay. So, yes, he's got the injury. He doesn't like to stay home, but he needs to. This happened to force him to stop and be still. Hey, Pallavi. Yeah, I can add you, but my list is pretty long. So I'll just be honest. I probably will not be able to get to you today. Okay. But I will add you. But yeah, he feels like he can't help or do anything. Yes, that's what's causing the depression and the sadness, is feeling like he can't help or do anything. He has to give himself permission to rest. He's not supposed to be doing anything right now but healing. That's his purpose right now, is to heal. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Alicia, you got it. You got it. You got it. So help him start finding a better balance. Yeah. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And he has got to heal and take it easy and allow himself to rest, because and it's not just right now that he needs to rest and heal. He has to, in future, take rest when it is needed. So just because he's not, 3 months from now, he's back to work, but he needs to rest, right? Like, it's not about waiting for an injury or sickness to occur to get the rest that's needed. No, you've got to take the rest as it's needed through your life, right? Any moment in time when your body is saying slow down, rest, he's got to start listening to it, because I know he's ignoring that part of himself. And it's because he's taking on too much responsibility. But I know you want him healthy and you want to have him around for a really long time. So he's got to give himself time to rest and time to play. Yep. You're very welcome. All right. All right. Up next, we've got Lydia, Amy, Angelique, Jenna, Alicia, Dina, and Pallavi. But I know I'm not going to get that far because I've only got about 20 minutes left. All right. And don't forget, you guys, if I didn't get to you today, please try to come back tomorrow because I'll be back on tomorrow at 12:30. Okay? Hello, I'm new here. Okay. All right. I'm not sure how to say your name, but you're new, so I'll be happy to do a reading for you. Oweus? Is it Oweus? Am I saying it right? I apologize if I'm not. But yeah, I'd be happy to do a reading for you. And we'll do it right now because you're up next since you're new. Okay? Oweus. I do hope I'm saying that right. All right, here we go. Oh, good. All right, Oweus, here we go. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, Oweus, there is quite a bit going on with you, actually. Start working with the divine God energy, okay? I don't know if you have been working with the divine about the job career situation, but you've got to start working with the divine, okay? The God divine masculine energy is showing up, and he's trying to guide you and help you and get you where you need to be, okay? He's trying to speak to you through your intuition to get you information that you need and to guide you in the direction you need to go to find this job. All right. But it's, you got to start trusting your intuition. You got to start taking action on the intuitive hits that you get. Okay. So start working with the divine and then pay attention. If you feel led to, apply for a certain job, then do it. Even if it doesn't exactly seem maybe like what it is that you want, you've got to trust the intuition. So if your intuition says do it, then do it. Okay. Your intuition might say, go to this grocery store over here instead of the grocery store over there. And then while you're in line checking out, you might see an ad for somebody who's hiring. But if you don't listen to the intuition and you don't follow the guidance, you might miss it altogether. So pay a lot more attention to your intuition, okay? It's trying to speak to you. You don't have all the information you need right now, okay? So you haven't come across the job that's meant for you yet, which is why your intuition is trying to get you and show you the way, okay? The divine masculine, this God energy, is trying to show you how to get to the job that you're supposed to be in. So you have not come across it yet, okay? It's not shown up for you yet. So if you've already like applied and interviewed and all that, it's not any of those, okay? You don't have the information yet. You haven't seen the job posting yet for where you're supposed to be. So you've got to start trusting your intuition and get out of your own way, because you're doubting your own intuition, and that's part of the problem. So the divine is really trying to guide you exactly to where you need to be to find this job that is meant for you, but you're not trusting yourself and you're not trusting in your intuition. So you got to get out of your own way, spend some time in some prayer and meditation, and then start trusting your intuition and following the guidance, okay? This is not another person that's causing problems for you. This is you causing the problem for yourself by not listening to your intuition. You talk yourself out of your intuition. So you've got to start taking action so that the divine can show you where you need to be. Now, once you find this job, okay, because there is a job out there for you. Now, as far as when you'll find it, I can't tell you that. I don't see that here because it's all up to you. When you start trusting and listening to intuition, it will show up. And it will show up very quickly. But you got to get out of your own way, okay? You got to be willing to trust in the divine. So even if you're seeing a job posting that you normally would not apply for, if your intuition is saying apply for it, don't talk yourself out of that. Apply for it, okay? Because you're talking yourself out of your good. So stop that and start listening to your intuition, okay? Because the job that's meant for you is going to bring you a lot more balance. You're going to have a lot more work-life play balance, and also energetically, there's going to be a lot more balance. Okay. And it shows that when you get the job, you're going to be really nervous about starting this new job. And you're going to kind of be a little bit worried about starting this new job. And you're going to wonder, can I do this? Is this right for me? I'm really nervous. But I'm telling you, the divine is telling you, don't fear. Don't worry. You have nothing to be nervous about. Okay. Because the job is meant for you. Open your eyes, trust your intuition. You'll find the job. You'll get the job. You'll have good work-life balance. It's okay. So don't get into a fear place, because that's going to throw your energy off when you go to start the job. So don't get into that fear place, okay? You just have to be willing to dive deeper, all right? And as far as being nervous or not understanding why you're being put in this new job, in this new position that's going to feel a little bit different to you, don't get in your head about it, okay? Because you can talk yourself out of a good thing really easy, because you do it all the time. You talk yourself out of your good. And if you are nervous about starting this new job because it's going to look a little bit different than you think it is, and you'll realize this job is what is really meant for you. This job is what you've really meant to be doing all along. Okay? But so don't go into this fear, worry place and thinking this isn't for me. All right? Because it is for you. You've applied for many jobs. Okay, good. Keep applying, but trust the intuition. Follow the intuition. Whatever your intuition says to you, start saying yes to it. Because I'm not seeing that you've found the job yet. So even though you've applied for a lot of things, the one that you're meant to be in, you haven't seen it yet. So talk to the divine, okay? I want you to talk to this divine masculine God energy and tell this God energy, I am ready for my highest and best good. I am ready to accept and receive the job that is meant for me. Tell the divine, I'm ready. I will accept and receive the job that is meant for me. Please reveal it to me. I will say yes, and I will get out of my own way, and it will come. It will come. Do some prayer work. Okay? I want you to do some prayer work, and then I want you to start trusting your intuition. Okay? And when you do that, the job will show up. The job will show up. And it'll be good. So don't talk yourself out of it. It's going to be good. Okay? But the timing of the job depends on you. So when we're done with this reading, if you go spend 20 minutes talking to the divine and then you start listening and paying attention to the guidance and taking action, you could find it today. You could find it next week. You could find it tomorrow. It's up to you. It's up to you. You have to go do the prayer work and tell God, I'm ready, or whatever divine source you believe in, okay? That doesn't matter. But you've got to do the prayer work and say, I am ready to accept and receive that which is meant for me. And I do so with love and gratitude. Okay? And when you do that and then start listening and paying attention, you'll find it. You'll find it quick. Okay? It's literally right around the corner from you. It's pretty safe. I mean, like, it's pretty close. It's very close to you. It's coming. It's like right here. You just got to open up and talk to the divine. Okay? Because the divine is always trying to provide for you. The divine is always trying to work a miracle for you. Okay? And if you just go out here and you're struggling to try to do it all on your own, you're going to continue to struggle. But the minute you call in the divine and you accept that energy and you ask for the help and you say to the divine, I am willing, then the divine can work the miracle for you and present it to you and give it to you. Okay? So go do your prayer work. Say yes to your intuition. It's coming very soon as you say yes to it and get out of your own way, and it will be very good for you. Okay? It's going to be good. So don't get nervous or worried and any of that. Okay? Don't do that to yourself because it's going to be meant for you. All right? Oops. Sorry, guys. Oop, I did it again. All right, OAS. I hope that was helpful. Please, please, please go talk to the divine. Because that's the thing that's going to make it show up. And then trust your intuition. You really got to trust your intuition. That's been your biggest hang up is not listening to your intuition. Okay? You doubt yourself. You doubt the guidance. And you doubt the direction that it tells you to go. So don't do that to yourself anymore. Okay? There's so much better meant for you. So trust yourself. Okay? You're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. All right. Anjali, I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like it, okay? It doesn't feel like I'm going to be able to get to you today because I got 5 minutes. Ooh, I think they're done. They just fell over. All right. Let's see. All right, Lydia, I'm going to try to get you in. That's probably going to be it for today. So I apologize to anybody that I was not able to get to, but I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. And don't forget, I will be back on tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time, okay? And please come back and I'll try to get you in. Don't forget, you guys, Thursday is returnee days. So all other days, I do try to make new people a priority, but Thursday is first come, first serve, whether you're new or not. Okay, so you guys don't forget that. So Thursdays, you want to jump on first thing at 12:30 and ask for a reading, okay? Oh, I broke in and out. Lydia, I'm going to get yours in, and that's going to be it for me because I'm out of time. Okay, so I'm going to do yours really fast, and then I'm done. Okay? All right, Lydia, here we go. Good night, Angelie. I'm so sorry. Join me tomorrow, okay? And don't forget, Thursday, right at 12:30, get on there and ask, because that's an anybody day, okay? All right, Lydia, here we go. All right, Lydia, you don't have all the information, okay? You're being kept in the dark about something. So somebody's not telling you everything, okay? And that's causing a little bit of the confusion, the misunderstandings, because you're not seeing everything that's there to be seen. Okay, you've got missing pieces. You don't have all the information, and somebody is just not telling you everything. I don't know if that's intentional or unintentional. It's just you don't have all the information you need to be able to have the full picture and the best perception. Okay, so you're not seeing everything there is to see. You're being asked to discover and step into what are you passionate about? What is going to motivate you and drive you? Okay, because you've got to start focusing your energy on something. Because it feels like you're here and you've got like 50 different things surrounding you. And all of these 50 different things is pulling your energy. And you're being spread too thin because you're giving too much attention to all the stuff. And you can't do that. It drains you and it depletes you. You've got to figure out what's the best thing for you. What's the thing that you're really into? Like, what is your thing? What inspires you? What motivates you? And then you need to get your energy and your attention to it and stop worrying and giving your energy and your time to all these other things that don't help you in the long run. Okay? And if you'll focus in on what it is you're passionate about and you put your energy on it, okay, and you give yourself permission to put you first and stop worrying about the 50 different things that are surrounding you that don't really have anything to do with you, that aren't your responsibility, okay, so they'll stop being drained, then you'll be in your flow, okay? So it's about finding what's important to you, putting all your time and energy into it and it alone, okay? Now, this does not mean disregarding your responsibilities. Of course, you still have daily responsibilities, but you're taking on too much of other people's stuff and other people's responsibilities, and you can't do that. Okay? You got to take care of you and your family and dive into your passions and get back into your flow so that your intuition can come through and start speaking to you. But always, always, always trust the intuition. Okay? Go back and listen to the daily general reading for today. Okay? Make sure you're not shooting on yourself. All right? Trust your intuition. Get back into your flow. And this might require you to really muster up some courage to be able to step away from and leave people in their own darkness that they've created so you can get out of it. Okay? You can't bring yourself up and everyone else too. You can only bring yourself. You can only fix yourself. You can only move you. You can't move anybody else out of their own darkness, okay? But you're going to have courage to leave some people behind and be done, because they're it's not beneficial for you. They're not helping you, okay? So stop giving your energy away and being depleted. All right? Focus on you, focus on your family, focus on what you want to do, what inspires you, what motivates you. Focus on your magic and getting back into that magical flow and trusting your intuition, and then have courage to start cutting out the crap and the people in your life that don't help you or serve you. Okay? You've really got to open your eyes and start paying attention. Pay attention to where your energy is being depleted. Pay attention to where you're giving your energy away, because you're allowing it to be taken from you. All right? So stop allowing your energy to be taken from you. All right? These people, somebody's just keeping you in the dark about stuff, and they're keeping you kind of confused and spinning in circles. You got to break away from that. You got to focus inward. Focus on you. Don't worry about other people and their crap. That's not for you. You worry about you right now. You make yourself the priority. Okay? Okay, Lydia? If you have any questions about this, just message me, okay? Send me a message. You need to pull it in, pull your energy in, and focus in on you. Go inward. Okay? All right. All right. That's it for me. Hello, is it Boshra? Boshra, I am done for the day, but thank you for joining. I'll be back tomorrow at 12:30, okay? 12:30 Eastern time. And I can do a reading for you then, but I am out of time today, okay? Okay, yeah. Boshra, okay. Come back tomorrow, okay? I'll be back tomorrow live at 12:30. Hop on early at 12:30 and ask me for a reading, okay? And I'll be glad to do it for you tomorrow. But I'm out of time for today, okay? I do apologize. But thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. All right, you guys, that's it for me. I'm out of time. I'm over time. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I don't have the time, okay? I'm sorry. It's a boundary for me, and I can't cross that. I know you're begging, and I really am sorry. I just can't. But please, I'll be back tomorrow, okay? All right, you guys. I hope you all have a magical, wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. Much love and light to you. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.